This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Lambeau. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
15-yard line.
52, blue.
Throwing. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Play fake. Here's Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jacob Phillips came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Red, 38. Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Let's go.
Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 21.
17 yards. That's another Packers 1st down.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 21.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A give. It's Jacobs off the option. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Down.
Love now. And he is caught. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Packers 1st down.
Ready?
And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on 1st down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Wiley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he returns this to the 22. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football and doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get up.
Hello everyone. Hope everybody is watching and having fun. Green Bay strikes first. Colts nothing. Green Bay 6 extra point missed.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
And it's 3 and out.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here now, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready?
At the 46.
And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football.
Set. 50. Green. Ready.
Love from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And look at this, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Taylor.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, didn't go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd
And what in the world?
at the Packers.
Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football.
Here we go, set. Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was third down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Throwing, Jones. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the... It's touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Here we go, set, ready.
To throw now, here's Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
Set.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Set, ready. Cut.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Set, ready.
Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First and 10, Taylor now. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss...
Colts, with a touchdown behind only by 1-7. 6 intercepted by the Colts, and now, we'll see what happens.
Your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Let me try this again. Packers down by 1, as the Colts get a touchdown. It's 7-6. Colts up by 1.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got a man complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
He finds Watson complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson,
69 yards.
and the Packers are able to move back in front.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks.
Field goal by the Colts is up and good. Colts 10, Packers 6. Touchdown Packers, extra point up and good, 13-10. Packers.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To try again after the sack. Jones.
That's complete to Pierce.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
He'll field this at the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Set, ready. 50, green. Ready.
On 4th down, Love. This pass caught. It's Dobbs with it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on, set.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
21 yards. And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and goal, Indianapolis.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Jones. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Devontae Wyatt. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive.
17-13. Colts back in front.
So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, A little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, he fakes a spike.
Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Now Love.
That's complete to Dobbs.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 3.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Off the play fake, Love.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Gain of 14 yards. That's another Packers 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Set. Hut. Ready.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
3rd down and 6 yards.
Here's Love. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Packers.
Romeo Dobbs,
32 yards.
and the Packers have yet again retaken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Indy set to go on offense once more.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath.
Packers up by 2, 19, 17. Packers and Colts going back and forth. Once again, Packers up by 2, 19, 17.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
3rd and 9 here.
Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Looking deep here for Doubs. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
Love to throw for it on 4th. Looking deep here for Doubs.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
4 yards on the pickup.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Come on. Hut.
Throwing. Love.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down.
Here we go. Here's ready.
Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He'll drop this down to Taylor. Now 3rd down and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off play action, Jones.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Jones. Unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jones throwing on 4th down. To the right side and intercepted. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Love going to break the huddle and lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 34.
60 red. 60 red. Set cut.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
There's a handoff to Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Come on, set. Yellow, 22. Ready?
Love now. That is caught. That is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
a gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Let's go.
Play action this time with Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They'll run with Jacobs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
On for the field goal, a 25-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Packers get a field goal to start the 3rd quarter. Packers lead the Colts 25-17. Go Pack, go, go Pack, go, go Pack, go.
Before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never going to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Ready, set.
On play action. Love to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be P.I. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They decline that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass. Yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that.
I'm so confused. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start by running the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing, Jones. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the Packers' 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On the play. That's good for a Colts. First down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Daniel Jones.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Spencer Schrader on for the Colts field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. He's north of 150.
Colts behind by 2, 25-22.
He's been enjoying himself, and it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That's good for a Packers.
Ready.
First down.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 10 black. Check.
To the air again. Love. Got Doubs over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Play fake. Here's Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They've got good starting field position as they come.
Colts 22, Packers 29. Fourth quarter, Packers 29, Packers 29, Colts 22. Go Pack, go, go, go Pack.
He goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Following the interception, Love. That's caught inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Packers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe, because they've got to get an onside kick. And we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it, because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Pack up. 37. 20. I'm sorry, I couldn't see the scoreboard. The Colts had the whole time, so if I sent 22, I apologize. 37. 20 Packers.
Back to throw. Jones.
And this taken in by Downs.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
50, green, set.
Glove. And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the 1st by a few yards.
Down by a 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football. Jones now throwing to start the drive. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Colts 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A short one there, caught by Warren.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
Gain of 11. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
And now Jones opts to keep this.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Gain of 7 yards. And it's
looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Daniel Jones taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Caught 27 Packers 37 fourth quarter.
Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the Colts' 37-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
A loss of 2 yards.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Love looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
So Daniel Jones and the Colts
down by 10, 55 seconds remaining. Now the 4th down stop, the first of a series of events that will need to break their way, but bottom line, they're still alive.
Here's Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The clock stopped, 50 seconds to play, 2nd and 10. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Jones.
Under pressure, they got him again.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Loss of 5 yards.
Jones.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
2nd and 6.
And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining.
Here we go. 52 blue. Set. Go.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. but no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Packers beat the Colts 7-27. Go Pack, go, go Pack, go, go Pack, go. Packers win, 37-27.